welcome to today's presentation. My name is Muchimba Douglas. Our presentation is on inventory management. Inventory management is a vast topic and may be explained in different perspectives according to type of industry, operations, production, and processes. In this presentation, we'll look at inventory management with reference to inventory management in a manufacturing industry. The following sections and questions on inventory will be considered in this presentation. 1. What is inventory management? 2. Benefits of inventory control. 3. Inventory management methods. 4. Inventory control. 5. Activities and procedures in controlling inventory. 6. Inventory management techniques. 7. Types of inventory. 8. Receiving and inspection of goods. 9. Goods receiving process. And number 10, process of issuing goods. What is inventory management? Inventory management is the process of ordering, storing, using, and selling of an organization's inventory or goods. Inventory management is a critical element of any supply chain management. It includes the management of raw materials, components, and finished products, as well as warehousing and processing of such items. Involves the tracking of inventory from manufacturers to warehouses and from warehouses to the point of sale. This requires inventory visibility, knowing when to order, what to order, how to order, and where to store. Inventory management helps organizations in avoiding breakdowns in the supply chain. The benefits of inventory management. Inventory is one of the most valuable assets of any organization. An organization's inputs and finished products are the core items of its operations. Any shortage of inventory, when and where it is needed, can be extremely detrimental to the operations and manufacturing process of that particular organization. At the same time, inventory can be a liability. Large inventory carries the risk of theft, damage, or shift in demand. Hence, inventory must be insured. And if it is not sold in time, it has to be disposed of at clearance price or simply destroyed. Inventory management is important for businesses of any size. Knowing when to restock inventory, what amounts of purchase or produce, what price to pay, as well as when to sell and at what price can easily become complex decisions. Appropriate inventory management strategies vary depending on the industry. Some of the benefits of inventory management includes it lowers the costs and helps organizations to save money. It helps and prevents overspending on warehouse storage. It helps minimize storage needs. It helps in forecasting sales trends and also helps to satisfy customers' timely deliveries. For organizations with complex supply chains and manufacturing processes, balancing the risk of inventory and shortages can be difficult. To achieve a balance, organizations have to develop several methods for inventory management. Inventory management methods. Inventory management methods, which are sometimes referred to as inventory management techniques, vary depending on business operations and processes. There are many inventory techniques, each with its own benefits and drawbacks, but ultimately they help enhance organization operations by reducing wastage and managing costs. The inventory management techniques. Demand forecasting. This is predicting the future demand for a product, and it is something every business should do. An accurate forecast will ensure that the right amount of inventory is on hand to meet customer demand. The forecasting methods will include moving average, exponential smoothing, time series analysis, and judgmental forecasting. The right forecast technique will depend on the type of business. It is important to note that demand forecasting will never be exact and may lead to stockouts and overstocking. ABC analysis. The ABC analysis is an inventory management technique that ranks inventory items based on their importance to business. This is used when a business wants to prioritize which items to order and stock, allowing for more oversight on certain inventory items. The ABC analysis technique divides inventory into three categories. Category A, which is important items, that accounts for 20% of inventory items, but up to 80% of the inventory value. Category B, items of medium importance, accounting for 30% of inventory items and 15% of inventory value. Category C, items that account for 50% of inventory items, but only around 5% of the inventory value. Safety stock. Safety stock represents extra inventory that is kept on hand to cover unexpected demand or delays in future deliveries. It is used to avoid stock outs. Safety stock is determined based on demand variability, delivery, lead time, the cost of stock outs, and inventory holding costs. Reorder points. Reorder points are points at which inventory orders should be placed. They are based on the item's average daily usage, order lead time, and the amount of safety stock at hand. Reorder points are specific to individual inventory items. They are an essential part of inventory management and help avoid stock outs. Periodic automatic replenishment, or PAR in short. PAR levels are used to track the minimum and maximum levels of inventory for an inventory item. When inventory quantity reaches the minimum level, a new order should be placed. However, inventory should not exceed the maximum level. Implementing PAR levels in inventory management helps to avoid both stockouts and overstocking. PAR levels are based on items' average daily demand, lead time, and amount of safety stock. Just in time. Just in time is an inventory management technique that reduces the amount of inventory at hand by only ordering and delivering products at the exact time they are needed. Just in time is achieved by closely tracking inventory levels and working closely with suppliers. While just in time can be ideal in reducing inventory costs, it can also result in stock outs. Drop shipping. This is an inventory management technique that does not require the seller to keep inventory items in stock. Instead, the seller works with a third-party supplier who ships the product directly to the customer when a purchase is placed. This type of inventory management technique is most popular with online businesses. It helps in reducing inventory costs. The only problem is it gives the seller less control. Cross-docking. This is where inventory is received from suppliers and immediately shipped to the customers without spending time in a warehouse. This technique reduces handling and holding costs while improving fulfillment times. It's ideal for perishable products. First in, first out, and last in, first out. First in, first out, FIFO, and last in, first out, LIFO. These are two inventory management methods that dictate which inventory is sold first and why. With FIFO, the oldest inventory is sold first, while with LIFO, the newest inventory is sold first. The FIFO method is mostly used with perishable goods, while LIFO method is used in industries where the cost of inventory rises over time. Consignment inventory. This is where a supplier who is a consignor gives goods to a retail business who is a consignee but retains ownership of the goods until they are sold. The benefit is that the consignee doesn't actually pay for the goods until they are sold, and the consignor is responsible for shipping costs. The consignee covers any holding costs and is responsible for selling the product. Economical order quantity. This is an inventory management technique that helps determine the optimal order quantity for a product that minimizes total inventory costs. The economical order quantity is a calculation that takes into account the annual demand, ordering costs, and holding costs for a specific product to arrive at the optimal quantity. This technique reduces costs while also ensuring there is enough inventory on hand to meet the customer demand. Perpetual inventory management. Under this inventory management technique, inventory levels are continuously updated as products are sold or received. Perpetual inventory management provides the most accurate view of inventory levels, improves inventory turnover, and avoids inventory stock outs. Minimum order quantity. Minimum order quantity sets the minimum order of inventory that must be ordered from a supplier at one time. Six Sigma and Lean Six Sigma. Six Sigma is an inventory management method that focuses on reducing variations and defects in the inventory management process. Six Sigma uses data driven methods such as statistical analysis to, to identify and remove issues in the process. Lean Six Sigma combines the Six Sigma methodology with lean manufacturing to increase efficiencies within the inventory management process. Lean Six Sigma can be used to streamline production processes by eliminating unnecessary steps. Bulk shipping. This is the act of purchasing and shipping inventory in large quantities. This helps reduce shipping costs and can also result in discounts from suppliers. Bulk shipping can result in overstocking. Batch tracking. This is an inventory management technique that helps businesses track groups of similar items throughout the supply chain. Companies with complex supply chains and manufacturing processes must find the right balance between having too much inventory on hand or not enough. What is inventory control? Inventory control consists of systems and procedures for managing inventory items in a warehouse. It monitors the movement and storage of goods in a warehouse to help businesses maintain a significant supply in good condition. Establishing an inventory control system enables organizations to satisfy customer needs and maximize profits. Inventory control is a key element of any inventory management system and the supply chain management system. Activities and procedures in controlling inventory. The activities and procedures in inventory control include 1. Receiving, 2. Storing, 3. Transferring goods, 4. Replacing items in strategic locations, 5. Tracking inventory items and their locations in the warehouses, 6. Documenting product details and histories, 7. Monitoring the condition of items in stock, 8. Fulfilling purchase orders with stocks on hand, 9. Integrating barcode scanners, forming reorder reports. Types of inventory. There are four many types of inventory, and these are raw materials. Raw materials are materials used in the manufacturing of products. Raw materials can include metal, plastic, fabric, or wood that are used to create finished goods. They come from one or more supplier. Work in progress. Work in progress is a partially finished product that is waiting to be completed. Work in progresses take account of production costs such as labor, raw materials, and equipment, which are then later attributed to the cost of goods. Finished goods. Finished goods are products that are available in stock for customers to buy. When a work in progress is complete, it becomes part of the finished goods inventory. Maintenance, repair, and operation goods. Maintenance and repair and operation goods are materials and equipment that are used in production but do not count as part of the final product. This may include personal protective equipment, office and cleaning supplies, and more. Receiving and inspection of goods. The goods receiving procedure for new deliveries is an important warehouse or stores function that helps keep track of incoming stock. Goods receiving is the function of checking items delivered to the business, either coming in as raw materials or as supplies. This includes inspecting the quality, condition, and quantity of any incoming goods and allocating them to a space in the warehouse. All items purchased by the business serves as a specific function, whether they are supplies to be used internally or stocks to be sold to customers. Keeping track of all items coming into the warehouse ensures that the right products are received and properly stored in an appropriate place. Following a goods receiving process can help to maintain an efficient warehouse and identify any issue with suppliers. Goods receiving process, matching the delivery to a purchase order. First thing first, ensure the delivery has come to the right place by matching the details on the consignment note to the purchase order raised by the business. The purchase order should also be used to check that each item matches the description and quantities ordered. Generally, the boxes or cartons will have the description of items and quantities of its contents. Check products are not damaged. Before accepting the delivery, it is important to conduct a quality check to ensure the items are not damaged or malfunctioning. It is not always feasible to open each carton and check every single item, particularly for large shipments. So, in these cases, you may wish to complete the spot check rather than open each and every carton. Check for signs of breakage or faults and ensure all items are as described on the purchase order. If any damaged items are found in the delivery, record the extent of the damage on the consignment note and immediately notify the supplier with details of the damaged goods. Received items into your inventory. Enter the items you have received into your warehouse management system as soon as possible, including the date, the quantities received. This will allow the stock to be allocated to new orders right away. Allocate storage space for goods. It is important to pack away a new delivery properly to ensure no item becomes lost or damaged. Supplies should be distributed to the appropriate person in the business or packed away in the usual space to be accessed when required. For goods received in as stock, these items will need to be allocated a space in the warehouse for storage until they are ready to be picked as an order. Notify your accounts payable department. Send a copy of the signed and dated consignment note to your accounts payable team. This information can then be matched with the invoice from the supplier to ensure payments are only made for items that were actually received. Process of issuing inventory. The warehouse receives a request for a specific stock item from the requesting department or individual. The warehouse now checks the stock availability and ensures that there is enough stock to fulfill the request. Once the stock availability is confirmed, the warehouse personnel prepares an issue slip for the requested items. The issue slip is then forwarded to the authorized personnel or department for approval. After the issue slip is approved, the warehouse personnel retrieves the requested items from the inventory and issues them to the requesting department or individual. The warehouse personnel updates the inventory records to reflect the insurance of the stock items. The issued items and the issue slip are recorded in the storehouse records for future references and tracking purposes. And this is where we end this short presentation. Thank you.